Hi, I'm Shelley and I'm from Australia. I attended the Unthinkable workshop in WA earlier this year in January, and I was blown away. I had my hands on this young girl, um, on her leg and on her arm, and just the energy that was coming between our bodies was just incredible. And I couldn't believe the light that was coming from my body into hers, but also the light that was across her body. Now my eyes were shut. There wasn't tears, but I literally had water just streaming out of my eyes. It was just truly so powerful. Like I can't even put words, to describe it. And I looked across at my son, who was also one of the people lying on the floor being treated, and he had 5 people around him. And I looked across and I looked at his back because he has a scoliosis, and his back was just straight. I couldn't believe it. And he had his arms wrapped around his people. And when he stood up, I just looked up at him and I just said, "Regan, look at you." And he turned around, lifted his shirt, and he was as straight as a die. I couldn't believe it. This other woman who was beside him, who wasn't even working on Regan, came up to him and said, "Regan, through that meditation, my visualization was of you with my hand on your back." And yeah, it was just incredible, like incredible. So like the process to get there, yeah, you're racking your brain, but it was just amazing. Like I just recommend it for everybody who needs a change, a spark, something in their life to give them that energy just to move forward from that place where we're stagnated. So leading up to that last meditation, the work that we did was recognizing the emotions and the trauma, and relating what emotion comes from what trauma, then recognizing the dis-ease that comes also from carrying that, and learning to let it go, knowing that by carrying that trauma and those emotions that are connected, the disease will come from that in a certain part of your body.
Emotionally, it was a lot of euphoria. Like I don't know how to explain euphoric feeling. It's just, when you get a lot of butterflies, but it's a happy feeling, and it's like an excitement before you go somewhere. Like I felt a lot of euphoria in my gut, in my sternum. I felt good mentally, and I also felt like physically, like I was actually vibrating at a different frequency. I stood up and I didn't feel any pain at all. Like most days, I mentally block it out and it's not there really. Like it is still there, but I didn't feel it at all, which was insane. My condition, I've had it for what I thought was about 7 years, is actually 23 years of my life. I do turn 23 tomorrow, so it's still an ongoing thing that I'm trying to resolve and work on all the time. As I was laying down, it felt like there was some sort of correction happening in my hips and my lower back, but I wasn't sure at the time until I actually stood up after. I was just going over everything we'd had gone through that whole 3 days prior to the 4th day in my head, and listening to your voice guided commands through that meditation. And yeah, it just felt like it was like a magical experience.